Yeah! Woo! Can! Ah! Start the show. Can! Oh! Yes! Yes! Cheers! What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Fears. What's going on? Lots to talk about today. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. We got a lot of topics. It was a pretty productive day. Work was good. Let's open up the chat and then I'll get things moseying. Yeah, work was good. We had about 52,000, so it's getting pretty busy at work. It's getting pretty busy. So 52,000 boxes. Whew, that's a lot at the factory. That is a lot. But I kid you not, when it gets closer to like the week before Christmas and the week of Christmas, oh my Lord, we're gonna be in the 80,000s and the 90,000 box region. I shit you not. Anyway, today's topics are: we're gonna be reviewing Nightmare Weekend. Dun dun dun. Oh my Lord, was this a hunk of garbage? But it's great garbage. But it was pretty terrible. Then we're going to be reviewing, there's 18 Christmas movies in this. I watched the little drummer boy and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So we're going to review both of those movies. Both of them. Then we're going to talk about the toy drive charity that I did today. I bought all the little kids a bunch of toys and dropped it off at the charity today. So yeah. So those are the topics, and then whatever else you guys want to talk about. So let's open up the chat. There we are. The chat is open. And we're going to talk about the chat is open. The chat is live. Go nuts. Go ballistic. Go insane. There you are. All right. So, like I said, we're going to be reviewing Little Drummer Boy and Santa Claus is Coming to Town in the spirit of Christmas. And then I just love shitty horror movies. Nightmare Weekend. Ah! It's a nightmare weekend. A nightmare weekend. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. But hilarious. So anyway, all right. Well, there's other things. So you guys know that Christmas is coming up. Christmas means family, friends, togetherness, food. It's better to give than receive. So that's why I did the Thanksgiving community drive, and that's why I did the community toy drive. But my mom did not forget about me. Check it out, guys. Prezzies! Amazon Prime! Thanks a lot, Mom. And then Prezzies! Some more stuff from Amazon Prime. That's right. And then, I don't know what this big box is, but you know what it is? More Prezzies from Mom! There we are. Well, thanks, Mom. I really appreciate that. So my mom did not forget about me. I thought it would be easier to take care of the toy drive today, and then after work tomorrow, I'm going to start shopping for my brother and my mom and Enzo, my dog, and my brother's wife, and get my whole family done. But today I did the community toy drive. So yeah. So I think we should start things off with a bang and do that. Talk about that. So, it was a busy day at work. Like I said, 52,000 boxes. I got home like 9:45, 10 o'clock-ish. Went to bed. Woke up at around 2, went to Walmart, got the kids' toys for the toy drive, and I just made it even. I did 6 toys for little girls for the community toy drive, and then 6 toys for boys. And it doesn't matter what I bought them. It's what matters is I was on a budget, so I got some good toys, but some cheap toys like $1, $3, $4. Because the toy drive doesn't tell you how expensive the toys have to be, just as long as you get an even amount of toys for boys and girls. So 12 kids will get a toy because Fear's got 6 toys for boys, 6 toys for girls. I'm going to make a little vlog about it. That'll be up either tonight or tomorrow. I was also out filming things for my 2024 dance video that I owe the fans, because I'm living up to my word. I lost a bet, and because I lost a bet, at first I wasn't gonna do the dancing video because I thought it was void because now me and Elsie are cool again, but apparently it's not void, so I'm going to fulfill my promise. And after I got done with the community toy drive today, I was out and about filming me dancing everywhere. I was dancing in the store, I was dancing in my car. I'm going to film some more scenes tonight of me dancing in my apartment. And I have a week to make this. So every day I'm going to film something of me dancing. And it's going to be a mixture of me dancing, time lapses, me celebrating the holidays. A mixture of those 3. And that'll be the dance video. Because if you guys remember, I think my first dance video, I know it was in the mansion when I lived with my mom and my dad, but I don't remember what year. I think, don't quote me, I think it was 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. I don't remember. But we're overdue for a Christmas dance video. And in that one, in the past one, I put a couple of time lapses because that's when I started figuring out how to do time lapses. I was running around my house, I was dancing. This one, I'm going to try and make it 10 times better. 10 times better. So I think the last dance video was 4 minutes. But the people in the Discord did not tell me what I could and could not put in the video. All they said is, Fears, it has to be at least 3 minutes. So, I'm going to abide by that. 3 minutes, and I'm going to do, half of it is going to be me dancing. The other half is going to be video footage of me celebrating the holidays. And then the other half, the third half, is going to be time lapses, because I want to put some time lapses in there. So, yeah. Yo, Spiritual! He says, hey, Fears. What's up, dude? Good to see you. How you been? How have you been? Have you put all of your Christmas decorations yet? I have. Oh, no, excuse me. Spiritual, I've got every single one of them up, except for Clark Griswold. But either tonight or tomorrow, I should put up Clark Griswold, because he is the only decoration that I have not put out yet. So, yeah. So, besides Clark Griswold, everything else is up. So, yeah. So, if you guys... Where's my phone? It's over there. Give me 1 second. So, if you guys want to donate... If you guys want to donate to the toy drive, I took a picture of it. I donated to the toy drive. So... Give me 1 second here. So, the toy drive is right here. It says, please donate to the Orlando toy drive by December 20th. Donate a new unwrapped toy for the Toys for Tots Orlando Christmas Across South Lake toy drive. And if you go to where's the website? They don't have a website, but if you go to the Four Corners Holiday Festival leasing office, then that's where you drop off the toys. So yeah. So I donated, and like I said, I donated 12 toys. 6 toys for little girls, 6 toys for little boys. So I hope those kids have a good Christmas. I hope they enjoy them. I hope their situation with their family, because all the toys go to needy families that are paying the bills, but they don't have enough money to buy their children presents. So I hope their situations get better, and I hope they have a good Christmas with their families. And yeah, so I filmed a lot today. So I filmed basically 2 vlogs. I filmed a vlog of me doing the toy drive. Also, I filmed me dancing and singing everywhere for the Christmas 2024 dance video. So there you are. Anyway, well, if anyone wants to contribute to Fears' Christmas, send Fears a Christmas card, send Fears a gift for the Christmas unboxing. I would love to have some fan mail from you guys, and guess what? If you guys do send me fan mail, I will open it up on camera, either in a live stream or a video. But send fan mail, bam, right here. You can label it either FearsMan26 or Fears Vlogs, or my real name is right there, John Fears. 16745 Cagans Crossings Boulevard, STE 102B, PMB 40, Claremont, Florida 34714. And I will read whatever your guys' Christmas stuff is on camera. But send some fan mail. All right. So there we are. All right. Time to, I forgot to put it in the title, but while I was out and about today, I did a nerd haul. So time for the nerd haul. Here we go. There we are. Bam! It's not a big nerd haul because I spent a lot of money on the toy drive today and my groceries, so it's a nerd haul, but it's a very little one. But I wanted all my money today to go to the toy drive. So yeah. All right. So, bam! I got 0, another Christmas ornament. So that'll go on the tree tonight. Bam. I already have 1 board game on my Christmas tree. I got the Game of Life. But shout out to Larry for showing me all these really cool ornaments at Walmart. Larry, this is the new Walmart one I got. Candy Cane Land. So that'll go on the tree. There we are. Bam. Next, I got these mini ornaments for the mini tree in my kitchen. Bam. So Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, these are all going to go, all these mini ornaments are going to go on my mini tree in the kitchen. Yeah, dude. And then last but certainly not least, I haven't had a calendar in a couple days. My old calendar was done, so time to get a new calendar. In the spirit of being a nerd, I got a Marvel calendar. So big shout out to LC. LC, Marvel calendar. Captain America, Spider-Man, Thor, Iron Man, Black Black Panther, Daredevil, Ant-Man, Hulk. I don't know these two. I don't know who these two are. I don't know these two. I think this is Invisible Woman. I'm not for sure. Oh, no. This is Black Widow. Black Widow. And I don't know who these two are. So if you guys know who these two are, you let me know. I don't know. Oh, wait. Here we go. This is Wasp, Doctor Strange. I knew Doctor Strange. Hawkeye. So Hawkeye and Wasp. Excuse me. I should have looked at the back. I had no idea that they were all listed on the back. My bad. So yeah, I got a new calendar for the next year. All right. So there's the Nerd Haul. I'm kind of doing kind of a quick live stream today because I want to do this live stream. I want to eat dinner. I want to watch a movie. And then I want to get to work on that vlog, and I want to try to get up the toy drive vlog up tonight. I'm going to try, and then film a couple more scenes for my dance video, and then call it a night. So I'm kind of busy. So, all right. So the presents that my mom gave me, Mom, I really appreciate all the gifts. And I'm going to be wrapping these because my mom just sent them in a brown box. I don't know what's in these, but I'm going to wrap them, put them under the tree. So I'm going to do, I have to wrap some gifts tonight before work. So yeah. There we are. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, spiritual, I got every decoration up except for Clark Griswold. So there we are. All right. Let's start with the Christmas movies. All right. So, I watched The Little Drummer Boy. I watched The Little Drummer Boy, and I watched Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So, last year I watched this and this. That was from last year. And last year, I also watched Frost the Snowman. Today, last night, I watched The Little Drummer Boy, and I watched Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So tonight I'm gonna watch 'Twas the Night Before Christmas and The Year Without Santa Claus. So those are the two watches for tonight, my friends. So, let's start with The Little Drummer Boy. So, the movie takes place around when Jesus was born. And, what's his name? Aaron is this little boy. And he's really mad. He's really upset because a bunch of thieves burned his village to the ground, so he's got a lot of hate in his heart. And all of a sudden, he's kidnapped by another gentleman because he plays so good on the drums. And so this thief says, I can make a lot of money and turn you into a slave. So he turns Aaron into a slave, and basically Aaron is this guy's puppet, and he has to play on the drums. Anyway, eventually he escapes from the big guy, and he goes to the city of Bethlehem, watches Jesus, then he watches Jesus being born, and all the hate goes out of his heart, and he realizes that you shouldn't hold on to hate. Fears has done that sometimes. I have. I try not to hold on to hate. It's hard, though. It's hard to not hold on to hate, and it's hard not to want revenge on the people that have done you wrong. But really, if I'm being honest, you should just ignore the haters and turn the other cheek, because shame on them. Essentially, that's what Aaron does. He forgives everyone that's done him wrong, and all the hate goes out of his heart, and nothing but joy and love come into his heart. And I'd say the best scene is probably when he sees Mother Mary and Jesus being born in Bethlehem, and he knows the true meaning of Christmas. So, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Plus, it had amazing stop motion. It had amazing stop motion. It was made in 1968, and the air date was 12/19/1968. So that's quite a long time ago. But amazing stop motion. The whole movie is stop motion with a narrator kind of narrating the story, and then I don't know who it is, but a very young child voices his part, and then a bunch of adults voice all the other parts. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. Had a good story. Had a good story about not holding hate in your heart, and Fears needs to get better at that, because a lot of people have done a lot of bad things. I got trolled a lot when I was a little kid, and then obviously I've got trolled a lot online. Sometimes I've took it well, and other times I have not took it not well. So, yo, what's up, Egg? Let's see. I had always heard that revenge was a dish best served cold. Yeah, but really you should turn the other cheek, though. And I know it's hard sometimes because, like, Quentin is an asshole, and he's never been nice to me, and he's treated me like dirt. Lies Man 26 is a fucking bitch. I hate that motherfucker. I hate Quentin. I don't like Yakov. Yakov can be nice sometimes. And I would be a liar if I said, oh, I've never wanted revenge on those guys. I for sure have wanted revenge on those guys, Adam Bachidi, and a bunch of other idiots. But when I watched this, I thought about them and said, well, this story teaches you to turn the other cheek. Because Aaron got kidnapped from that guy, and a bunch of thieves stole all of his parents' jewels and stuff from their home, and then burned his town to the ground. So that's why he has so much hate in his heart. So yeah. So really, I know it's hard to ignore the trolls and ignore hateful people, or at least it is for me, but you really should just say, well, hey, shame on them, and you don't have to forgive them, just try to ignore them as best as possible. So yeah. But the animation was good, even though they made it in 1968. The animation was pretty damn good. Spiritual says, tons of toxic and bad people out there. Oh yeah, that's an understatement. Best thing to do is just stay away from them. And again, I try to stay away from them as best I can. Any person that gives me any crap in the Discord, I block them right away. Especially if they're a troll. Any trolls that come into my chat harassing me or harassing my friends or harassing other members of the chat, or because I can tell who a nice person is and I can tell who a troll is in the chat. I don't have to usually ban a lot of people in the chat. Normally I just time a couple people out here and there, but every once in a while there's some idiot that comes into the chat, and then they say something totally disgusting or outrageous or something about me that's just not true, and I have to get rid of them. But that is good advice, Spiritual. So I'm going to give the little drummer boy a 9 out of 10. All right, now let's go on. And then I also watched, last night I watched Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Classic Christmas. Now, I've watched Little Drummer Boy before, but I'll be honest, this is the first time I've ever seen... I have seen Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The Little Drummer Boy was my first time watching it. But as a kid, I watched Santa Claus is Coming to Town. and it's a really good. This is a really good set. You get a nice little booklet. It tells you all about each movie. There's 18 movies in this Blu-ray set. So the complete Rankin Bass Christmas collection. I think Rankin and Bass are the people that made these movies. The complete Rankin Bass Christmas holiday collection includes 18 holiday favorites. That's a lot. So last year I watched 3 of these. This year I'm going to try to watch as many Christmas movies as I can. Also, I'm going to watch some from this and then some from this. So yeah. So the next thing I want to review is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's original, and this was made in 1970. Its original air date was 12/14/1970, and it says, "Celebrate the season with the story of Kris Kringle in its original holiday special. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. After being discovered by a family of elves, Baby Claus is raised by the Kringles and grows up to become a toy maker, wanting to share his toys with the children of Summerlin Town. Kris must overcome the Winter Warlock and the mayor of Sombertown, along with some help with Mrs. Jessica and Topper." So essentially, when the story starts off, he's not Santa Claus. He's an orphan. And the orphan is supposed to go to the mayor. The mayor is very evil. And he goes, "I thought about having kids, but I don't want to have kids anymore. Take that orphan, to the orphanage." So Santa goes, and on the way to the orphanage, he's in a little wagon, and there's a blizzard. And the person pulling the wagon gets lost in the blizzard, and the wagon goes one way, the person carrying the wagon goes to the right. So Santa's lost. The elves that live with the Kringles find Santa as a baby. He gets raised. They call him Kris, and his last name is Kringle because he's staying with the Kringles. The Kringles have already established themselves as great toy makers, but because they live on the other side of the North Pole, with all the blizzards and snowstorms, they can't get to the other side of the North Pole, and there's a little town called Summerlin Town. So Kris says, "Well, now that I'm older and I'm a man, I'll just go over there and just give them the presents. And then whenever I get back, we'll make more toys, and then I'll walk even further and go to another town, and then another town, and another town, and we can hand out presents to as many family and children as possible." And they're like, "Yeah, that's a good idea," because all the other members of the Kringle family are quite old. So it's up to Kris. So they said, "Well, it's going to be cold." So you find out why they make him the red suit. They said, "Oh, well, it's cold out there. That jacket's not going to do it. We'll make you a big winter coat." And then he said, "Well, make it red. Red's my favorite color." And then he's like, "Well, if you're going to make a red coat, why don't you match it and make some red pants?" And they're like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So they do that. Eventually he goes to the town, defeats the mayor, hands out all the presents, and then you find out about the true legend of Santa Claus. So I've seen it before as a little kid. I hadn't seen it in a long time, so I'm going to give it another 9 out of 10. Solid. And the animation, it's all animated. And the animation was actually a little bit better than the 1968 one. The 1968 one was very jerky, but it was still good for the time. The animation in this 70s one, pretty damn good. Pretty solid. So, my favorite scene out of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, when he actually gets to the town and takes down the mayor, because the mayor thinks toys are evil, and he's pretty much abolished the toys. And he's like, "Why are toys evil?" And then the mayor gives his reasons, and then Santa's like, "That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. Toys are supposed to promote joy in children or anyone who plays with them." And so he hands them out, and then the mayor changes his ways. Santa becomes the legend that he is, and then everyone lives happily ever after. Solid 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. Yo, heroes, what's up, dude? I watched 2 Christmas movies tonight. Now, the 2 Christmas movies I want to watch tonight. Hang on. Let me get my booklet out. So, let's see here. So, tonight, I'm going to watch... Last year, I watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Cricket on the Hearth. That's what I watched last year. Last year, I also watched Frosty the Snowman. This year, so far, I've watched Drummer Boy and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The next one I'm going to watch is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This one. And then I'm going to watch The Year Without Santa Claus. So those are the 2. So I'm going to watch those 2 tonight. And then tomorrow, before I do the stream, I'm going to watch another movie. So let's go to the wall and pick something out. I'm going to go with Fade to Black. So tomorrow, before the stream, I'm going to watch Fade to Black. And then I'm going to watch those Christmas movies. So there we are. I hope everybody's having a good day. I had a pretty good day, pretty productive day. All right. Last but certainly not least, Nightmare Weekend. Oh my Lord. It was pretty garbage. And some of it was funny garbage. Some of it was just pure shit garbage. Even more garbage than Fears likes. This movie and how they made it was crazy. I did a little research. I read the back cover, but also I looked up on Google. Listen to this. Let me just give you the analysis of what this movie is about. Nightmare Weekend. A brilliant computer scientist has just finished work on his greatest creation, a supercomputer that has the ability to transform the personalities of bad and disobedient people, psychopaths, degenerates, and totally change their personality into good human beings. Alongside the scientist is his assistant. The assistant invites a fellow expert to test the machine on a group of young women. Now, I should clarify. The scientist is trying to change people's lives. His assistant has got her own motives. And she's always like calling this guy that like sits in the dark and says, like, does the scientist know anything? And then she's like, no, he doesn't know anything. So she works for the government. She's trying to make this computer turn into a weapon to kill people. Essentially, if you retone this computer, any metal object can turn into a silver metal ball that shoots out and can just hit any human being and kill them. And the ball, whether it goes into your eye or your neck or your chest, it stays in you, turns you into a mutant, and essentially, as long as that silver ball's in you, you can command that person to do whatever you want. And so she's like, well, once all these balls are in everybody, then we'll have this super army. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? So it's 2 stories back to back. So yeah. And then, let's see, where did I leave off? In anticipation of sharing his work and the scientific community, the scientist invites a fellow expert to test the machine on a group of young women. So essentially, that's what he's doing. But when all the women get there, his assistant has got other motives. That's basically what I was trying to say. Because that doesn't say it in here. That happens in the movie. Little does he know that his colleague... Oh, I'm sorry, it does. Little does he know that his colleague intends to use the computer to turn her subjects into bloodthirsty mutants to create the ultimate army. I should have kept reading, my bad. So there we are. Now here's where it gets kind of crazy. So already you're like, this scenario is weird. So you got this scientist trying to help people, and then his colleague wanting to create the ultimate like super army of like mutants to kill like other people's armies, I guess, or whatever. That I can accept, but listen how they made this. It says, made by a French crew and an American crew in Florida. So there we are. Nightmare Weekend is a non-stop assault of the senses, head explosions, gratuitous sex scenes, softcore sex, bikers, rollerblading, and telepathic nightmares. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Long available only on low quality VHS. Now you can see Weekend Nightmares on Blu-ray. Oh my lord. And it's 86 minutes, made in 1985, so 2 years after Fears was born. The director is Henry Sala. So I did the research, and basically what I found out, and I watched all the bonus features last night. Essentially what the bonus features said is that because there was 2 crews, there was 2 scripts. There was a French script and an American script. And I don't understand why they couldn't just have one script, but they said, well, we're going to film it all in French for the French audiences, and then you Americans are going to have to dub it so you can have it in America. And no one on the French crew knew a lick of English. So the American crews had to get a translator, and because nobody knew that there was 2 scripts, I guess, they finally had to come together and say, look, are we filming the French script? Are we filming the American script? And basically they had to compromise and say, well, look, our crew wants certain scenes in this fucking movie. The Americans want certain things. So basically what they did is they split the script down the middle, and they used some scenes out of the American script and some scenes out of the French script. Finally threw it together to make one script. And then the director didn't know how to speak a lick of English. He had never made a horror movie. He had done comedies, and then he did soft porn. That's why there's some soft porn scenes literally right in the middle of the movie. And it's literally like it goes from it's really a weird movie. You're watching it, and it's all this like horror movie stuff. Then all of a sudden it cuts to like literally, I shit you not, softcore porn. I mean, you see everything. You see the naked dude, the naked chick. You see her boobies. You see her bush. Because it was made in the 80s, I mean, full frontal bush. That's not a bad thing. But apparently this guy, the director, did not know how, never directed a horror movie. So, some of the special effects are kind of cool. Some of the kills are really cool. Not all the kills. Some of the kills are really cheesy. Some kills are good. But it was a really weird movie because it was like half an American movie, half a French. To make it even more weird, when I did my research online, I was like, why don't they just film it all in French and just dub it once? Apparently they dubbed it twice. So they filmed, and there was barely any American actors in it. There was like 2 American actors, the rest were French actors coming to America. So they filmed it in Florida, filmed it all in French. So the Americans, those 2 American actors had to learn how to speak French. Then at the end of the film, I was like, why don't just, this is what I don't get. Okay, I get it. There's a lot of French actors in it. Great. Have them speak French and then dub it in English. The English actors, just have them speak American. Why make them say it in French and then dub them over. I mean, you're doubling your work. But I kind of get it because they wanted to promote it in America and France. So, here's the kicker. When I'm watching the behind the scenes, they said the only two actors to actually redub their actual voices was the two American actors because all the French actors went away. And as soon as the movie was done, they went back to France. So the two American actors dubbed their actual voices. Then they hired a bunch of American actors to dub all the French actors' voices. So it's essentially the French actors are doing all the movements, you know, and walking and acting through the scene. Then it's an American actor voicing all the French actors' voice. So I was like, man, this movie's a mind fuck. And a lot of it was boring. I mean, it only gets really good. I mean, all the sex scenes were pretty cool. I will admit, there's a lot of hot women in this movie. A lot of hot women that are like around my age, 30s, 40s. And I was like, that's some nice bush. That's some nice boobies. But the only scene I actually enjoyed was kind of towards the end where everyone was getting turned into mutants, and it's down to one guy and one girl that have not been turned into mutants, and they're trying to kill all the mutants, not get killed, and escape. So, I think the best scene is this guy and this girl run to this hangar, like this airplane hangar. He's trying to escape. He ends up dying. So, but before he ends up dying, this waitress slash host that was at the mansion that all the girls were staying at and doing all these experiments and blah blah blah, she gets turned into a mutant. She's got like hair coming out of her head. Her lips all like fucked up like this. She's got blood seeping out of her nose and blood seeping out of the side of her face, and she's got this nasty scab. And so she ends up killing this woman, taking a machete, slits this woman's throat. The guy gets away, grabs this massive, like, wrench, a big wrench for like plumbing. You know the ones with a red handle and the black grip. He grabs a massive fucking wrench. It's like that long. Smashes her in the head. Kills her in the head. As she falls down, she hits this button as she's falling that makes the hangar door come down on the guy's fucking neck. So the hangar door comes down, gets him right in the neck. He dies. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? So that's probably the best scene. Everything else is fucking crap. So all the sexy scenes are cool because there's hot women around my age. And I was like, that's some nice bush. That's some nice boobies. And then when the mutant kills the woman, and then the guy's like, you fucking bitch, you killed my wife. And then like hits her with the fucking wrench. And then as she falls, she pushes the garage door button, and the garage door, hangar door, comes down on the fucking guy's neck or some shit. So those are good. And then literally what made me laugh. So that made me laugh. And then another thing was the fucking theme song. It's called Nightmare Weekends, and as the theme song comes on in the beginning of the movie and at the end, and it's like Weekend of Nightmares, Weekend of Nightmares, will you survive the weekend of terror? Yeah. And then it's like bump bump, and then all of a sudden this fucking like 80s music like comes in. And then all of a sudden it cuts back to Weekend of Nightmares, Weekend of Nightmares, chills, thrills, and spills, yeah. The weekend of terror, the weekend of hell, yeah. And I fucking lost my goddamn mind. It was hilarious. So, I'm going to give it, and this is being generous, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. And the only reason why I gave it a 4 out of 10 is because the theme song is fucking hilarious, and the nude scenes are pretty good. Boobies, ooh, and then whenever that guy gets the hangar door in his neck, and then before he dies, he hits the mutant on top of the head with the fucking big wrench. It wasn't too bloody. I thought it was going to be more bloody because the same people that made Toxic Avenger, what's that company that Pixel and Visions told me about in Randall? Trauma or whatever the hell it's called. The same company that made Toxic Avenger is beyond belief. Disgusting, fucking bloody. They're like killing kids in that fucking movie and it's going fucking nuts. And I like Toxic Avenger. I just didn't like that scene where they killed that kid. And then they were like celebrating about it. And I was like, you people are fucking sick. That's nuts. I thought Trauma films, it wasn't as bloody because right when the movie starts, right as you hear that theme song come on, it says a Trauma production. And I was like, oh, Trauma. I'm like the same people that made Toxic Avenger. I'm here to say it's bloody and it's gory, but it's not as bloody and gory as Toxic Avenger. But will I watch it again? Probably only when Halloween comes around. If it's not Halloween, I won't watch it again because it was bad. Except for those few little things. Except for the boobies and the full frontal bush and the hangar door coming on the guy's neck and killing him, and then the mutant deaths. That's all good. That's what I liked. Everything else is fucking crap, fucking garbage. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 for sure. Do I recommend it? If you're a full-blown horror movie fan, maybe you'll like it. If you're not a horror fan, don't waste your time or your money. 4 out of 10, crap, garbage. It was horrible. It was like a poopy hamburger with fucking flies on the side. That's what I got to say about it. That's what I got to say about it. Anyway, let's see what's next. I did. Oh wait, we're done. We're done. So I reviewed the 3 movies, talked about the toy drive, and I did a nerd haul. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll be honest, kind of weak sauce on the Chizat today, but it is a Monday, so yeah. Hopefully there'll be more in the Chizat tomorrow. Anyway, I'm taking off, but look out for my dance video. I have a week to make it, so I made some of it today. I'm going to shoot more of the dance video tonight and tomorrow and the next day, and then hopefully in the next 4 days I can start editing it. And then, so look out for the Christmas dance video. That's coming soon. And then look out for the community toy drive video that I'm going to try to edit tonight after I get done doing laundry and after I shoot more scenes of Fierce dancing. All right. What's up, Corn? What's up, dude? You're being quite corny in the chat. I'll admit, that was kind of corny, but it was funny. All right. Cheers. I hope everybody has a good night. I hope everybody has been enjoying their holiday season. And with that, I'm going to take off. But Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. I got another Lego build coming soon. I'm not ready to take it apart yet. I'm going to enjoy it for a little while. In a couple of days, I'll take it apart and I'll do the next build. Because this one is 3 builds in one. You can do the camera like I did. You can do a TV, and then a camcorder. So the next one I'm going to do is the TV and then the camcorder. So look forward to all those delicious jams and jellies coming soon. All right. Fears is taking off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Fears Vlogs on YouTube, FearsMan26 on TikTok, FearsMan26 on the old Instagram, FearsMan26 on Twitter, FearsMan26 on Twitch, even though I don't do anything on Twitch, but hey, give me a sub. Check out the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube. Check out the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. check out my friend Randall, Lord Randall, at Cameo Man 2021, his first channel, and his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Love the Lego camera. I think I have the same one. That's awesome. Well, enjoy it because I got 2 more builds coming soon. All right, Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And this is Fears signing off. Peace, deuces, and I will see you guys later. And I'm going to end with some can crushing. Can! Oh, yeah. Yes! You son of a bitch! Yes! Can! Can! Yes! Get in there, damn it! Yes! Can! Can! Peace!